Navigating the tech suit market is no easy feat, with new models being launched left, right and centre by all the main brands. I get asked questions day in, day out, such as, hey, I'm 16 and I race every event over a weekend. What tech suit should I buy? Or hey, I'm 14 and really like racing the breaststroke events. What's the best tech suit for me? And it's hard. I understand it's hard to work out which suit you should be buying when there's so many options. And this is why I created this channel, to help you decide what's the best fit for you. Now, sometimes there is an easy answer, but sometimes it's tougher. There's so many options that could work. And if I was held at gunpoint to give one recommendation that would work for any single person asking me what suit they should buy, then today's subject is indeed that. I'm talking about Mizuno's GX Sonic 6 CR compressive release. This beautiful tech suit is the easiest model I've ever had to recommend. It does so many things so well and just manages to balance itself intricately on the balance between being compressive and buoyant, but also comfortable and flexible. If you said to me, I love the Speedo Pure Valor suit and wanted an upgraded version of it, say a Valor on steroids, then this is the option, this is the one. And if you wanted to try a Mizuno Sprint Tech suit, like I've been a fan of so much in the past, but you're worried about the compression being too much for the races you swim, then this is the perfect introduction to the brand Mizuno. These Japanese tech suits are the highest quality, and I really think that if you haven't ventured into a Mizuno suit, you should, and you should do it with the CR. Today is going to be a comprehensive review of this tech suit while I do a training session here in Gloria. If you want to see more swimming content, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know in the comments as well what your favorite tech suit is. Okay, so I'm going to go and warm up for today's session before I get suited and do some fast stuff off the blocks. Before I do jump in the pool for warm up though, I just want to talk to you about the ways you can get this suit. Now, if you're in the UK like me, you can wait for it to be stocked on the UK Mizuno store, which they currently only have the MV and ET models at £300, or you can buy it from Buy, which does sponsor some videos of mine, but not this one. If you use the link in the description, you save 10% off Buy, which means this suit will go from about 180 to 160. You'll then pay 20 quid for it to be shipped in under a week from Japan to the UK. You may be stung with import duties, which would put it up to probably about 220 to 250. But I've been lucky a lot of times, don't pay import duties, and I end up getting this suit delivered for about £180. If you're in the US, you can again buy it from Mizuno US, but it is again way more expensive than Buy. But they are kind of your options for getting your hands on this Japanese bespoke tech suit. I'm now going to jump in for warm up, then I'm going to put this suit on and take it for a little spin. Was that
1 minute 19.
When I say this suit is different to other Mizunos, I just put this on in 1 minute 19. That included me walking to the bathroom, which is, let's say, it's 20 seconds. I put this Mizuno on in a minute. For those who are curious, I wear a size large in this tech suit. The American sizes are different, and I'll be honest, I've tried one American NV in 32, and I much prefer how the Japanese large fits. If you have used a previous Mizuno model before, you will know that one of their iconic fabrics is their Ribtex material that has had multiple iterations and improvements over the last sort of 8 years. Now, traditionally the Ribtex is this, well, ribbed, edged, sort of stripy material that is on the back of the suits, on the hamstring. And it's normally dual layered in these areas, and it's a stiff material that can really provide buoyancy, but also the ribs in it can create turbulence, which helps break up the water around the suit, reduce its drag, and making you faster through the water. I have always wondered and pondered in the past, if this fabric is so good, why not just make the whole suit out of it? And well, someone at Mizuno obviously had the same idea, because that's exactly what they did with the Compressive release. They made an entire suit out of this Ribtex. Everything you can see from the front of the suit, the back of the suit, to the crotch area is this Ribtex fabric. And while it does have some small areas of dual layering, most notably on the inner thigh here, and a little bit towards the, basically on the bum, there's some dual layering. This suit is mostly a single layer suit. The dual layering on the bum is probably more for, and the crotch was more for modesty, and on the inner thigh is probably just a little bit of extra compression for your kick. Beyond that, this single fabric that this mostly uses, there is one singular strip of hamstring taping down the back of the suit. More similar to the 3ST's dual parallel hamstring taping, and much different to the NV and the 5ST's X taping, the Sonic X-line taping that they've been using in their sprint suit. What this provides is a little bit of snap on the kick without anything too overwhelming. And the crazy amount of single layering on this suit means this is super comfortable. You saw me put this on in 1 minute and 19 seconds. And this is comfy. The stretch from the first wear of this suit is really good. And this all leads to me believing that this could be used for breaststroke, medley. And I'm not just talking 100 IM, I'm talking 2 IM, 4 IM, 2 breast, 4 free. This suit can do it all. In fact, I'm as comfortable in this suit as I am an Arena Carbon Air, a Speedo Pure Valor, a Tier Victor. Yet that single strip of hamstring taping gives it more kick support than any of them models combined. Beyond that, even though this suit has stretch, the Ribtex is a little bit thicker than them models I've previously mentioned, and for whatever reason, I just feel like this is more buoyant. This does feel buoyant. No, it's not a 6MD or a 3MR, but it's a buoyant suit that's comfortable, flexible, and supports your kick. I'm serious when I say that you can wear this for any suit. And if you're like so many swimmers out there that aren't a specialist yet, you're not just a sprint freestyler or a 2-4M guy, you're someone who's still racing everything, then it's hard to pick one of these really specific suits, and easy to say, hey, just grab the 6CR and wear it for whatever races you fancy, because you will swim fast. Talking of swimming fast, it's time for me to head to the blocks and do my first effort of the day in this suit, which will be a 75 freestyle at 100 tempo.
Take your marks. Go!
That suit feels just like you want a suit to feel. Instant acceleration as you hit the water. And it supports your body. It supports your legs, but doesn't squeeze or constrict them. And the slightly higher waist feels like your core just gets all connected. You feel a little zip from the single hamstring taping, but it's not as explosive as the more complex taping systems they have nowadays. But like, this is a suit that feels supportive and comfortable that I could wear. If I was to ever swim a 400+ meters event again, I would happily put this on. And yet, it does most of the stuff I want out of a 100-200 suit as well. I really am impressed with what Mizuno have done in here. I know this just sounds like a gush, but I've been delaying doing this review for the last year because I wanted to make it just right. I wanted it to look pretty, and because this suit deserves that. I was trying to think of some cons, and as I was thinking of cons, I thought another pro, and that's the longevity of this suit. I got this suit in Japan literally a year ago to this day, pretty much. A year ago to this week at the very least. And I've worn this countless times in training, various meets, Friends of mine have worn this exact suit in meet, and still it performs and compresses and controls your body in the water. And no, it's not as good as it was in its first wear, but Mizuno's longevity is unparalleled. It really is. I need to swim down for me. So let's summarize the 6CR. And I want to address one reservation or elephant in the room. There had to be one, right? And it comes to who won't wear this suit. And I can see fingers being pointed at me, because when you watch my vlogs for my taper meet in a few weeks, the National Masters Champs, you'll see I'm not going to wear this suit. And if I hadn't addressed it, you might come back to this video and say, hey, Sonny, you spent 10 minutes gushing about how much you love this suit, how perfect it is. And then you get to your taper meet where you're focused and you're training for, and you don't wear the 6CR. Well, why is that? And that's because the one person this suit is not for is out and out sprinters. And that's okay, because Mizuno have a model for them people. It is, of course, the 6NV, their pure sprint suit. And that's what I'd recommend if you're someone who just races 50 and 100s. But if you're someone who races everything, and you only own this, and you stumble upon a 50 or 100 freestyle or breaststroke or backstroke in your event schedule, this will do a great job. It's just the MV will do a better job. There is also one other suit that this can be compared to in quite a few ways, and that is the Arena Primo, another suit that can do everything from 50 to the 1500, and is, well, it was worn by multiple people in the Olympic 1500 final in Paris. And I do find them to have differences. This is slightly more comfortable. The 6CR is closer to a Pure Valor or a Victor, a really basic suit, just with a tiny bit of tech. And the Primo is closer to the MV and the Super and the MRs and the super techy Mizunos, while still being super comfortable and with freedom of movement and range in what you can wear it for. Both are great suits. Both I could recommend to any of you. Anyone out there who wants a suit that can swim everything, the Primo and the 6CR. I just think this has a lower chance of you not liking it. In fact, I can't see anyone not liking this suit or finding reservations. It's not the sprintiest suit, but that's not a negative. It just means it's got more range. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed filming it for you, and if you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.